Welcome, my dear friend. I am so glad you're here with me today. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to simply relax. You've been carrying so much on your shoulders, worrying about money, thinking about how to make ends meet, wondering if things will ever get better. I want you to know that I understand. We've all felt that heaviness, that fear that perhaps abundance is meant for others, but not for us. But I am here to remind you of a beautiful truth. You were never meant to live in lack. The universe is overflowing with abundance, and you are a part of that flow. Right now, you may feel stuck or limited, but those feelings are not who you are. They are just passing clouds in the sky of your life. Beneath those clouds, the sun of your true prosperity is always shining. You are more powerful than you realize. You have within you the ability to change your relationship with money, to open the doors to wealth, and to welcome in a life where you feel supported, safe, and free. All it takes is a willingness to believe that something better is possible. You don't need to have all the answers today. You don't need to know how everything will unfold. You only need to be open to trust that as you shift your thoughts, your world will begin to shift too. So as we spend this time together, I invite you to release any judgment you have about yourself. There is nothing wrong with you. You have not failed. You are learning, growing, and awakening to a new way of thinking. Place your hand gently over your heart and say with me, I am open and ready to receive the unlimited abundance of the universe. Feel those words sink in. You don't have to force anything. Just allow. Allow yourself to believe, even just a little, that life loves you and wants you to prosper. You are not alone in this journey. The very fact that you are here listening means that a part of you already knows that you are meant for more. Let that part of you grow stronger. Let it guide you toward a new experience, one where money flows to you with ease, where you feel the joy of having more than enough, and where you trust that the universe is always providing for you. Today is a new beginning, and I am honored to walk with you as you step into the abundant life that is waiting for you. Money is often misunderstood. Many people think of it as something difficult to get, something that slips through their fingers no matter how hard they try to hold on. But money isn't meant to be a struggle. It isn't meant to cause fear or worry. Money is simply energy. Just like the air you breathe or the sunlight that warms your skin, money is part of the natural flow of life. It responds to how we think and feel about it. If we see money as a problem, it will feel distant and hard to reach. But if we begin to see money as a friend, something that comes to us easily and joyfully, everything changes. Imagine for a moment that money is like a gentle river. When you trust the river, you allow it to carry you. You don't try to grab the water or force it to flow faster. You simply relax and move with it. The same is true with money. When you relax your thoughts and trust that abundance is always flowing toward you, you begin to experience more of it. So many of us have been taught that money is limited, that there's never enough, or that we have to work endlessly to deserve it. These ideas create blocks in our minds. They make us feel tense, anxious, and unworthy. But these are just old beliefs, not truths. The universe doesn't operate on limitation. It operates on abundance. Look at nature. How many leaves are on a tree? How many grains of sand on a beach? How many stars in the sky? There is no shortage in life itself, and because you are a part of life, there is no shortage for you either. It's time to let go of the idea that money is difficult. Begin to tell yourself a new story. You can say, "Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I am aligned with the energy of wealth." When you speak these words, say them with a sense of calm and trust. You don't have to convince yourself forcefully. Just gently remind your mind that it's safe to believe in ease. Every time you think about money, notice if you're tightening up with fear or relaxing into trust. Choose to soften your thoughts. Smile when you think of money, as you would when thinking of a dear friend. The more you welcome money with positive, open energy, the more it will show up in your life. Remember, money is not your enemy. It's not something to chase or fear. It's a supportive energy that wants to be part of your life. Allow it in with kindness, gratitude, and an open heart. From the time we are very young, we begin to absorb ideas about money from the world around us. Perhaps you heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "We can't afford that." Maybe you saw your parents worry every time a bill arrived, or you felt guilt when asking for something you wanted. These early experiences plant seeds in our minds, seeds of fear, limitation, and scarcity. Over time, these seeds grow into strong beliefs, and we carry them into adulthood without even realizing it. We start to think that struggling with money is normal, that we have to work endlessly just to survive, or that wealth is only for a select few. But these beliefs are not facts. They are stories. Stories that were passed down, often by people who were doing the best they could with what they knew. It's important to recognize that holding on to these old stories only keeps us stuck in the same patterns. The good news is that once we become aware of these beliefs, we have the power to change them. There is no need to blame anyone or feel bad about the past. Instead, approach this with gentle curiosity. Ask yourself, what did I learn about money growing up? You might want to take a moment to reflect or write down the messages you received. When you see them on paper, you may notice how limiting they really are. And once you see them clearly, you can begin to release them. You can choose to say, "That was their story, but it doesn't have to be mine." You are not bound by the beliefs of your past. Every day is an opportunity to tell a new story, one where abundance is natural, where you are worthy of wealth, and where money comes to you in joyful and unexpected ways. Begin by gently correcting yourself when old thoughts arise. If you catch yourself thinking, "I can't afford that," pause and say instead, "I am open to finding a way." If you notice fear when paying a bill, take a deep breath and say, "There's more where that came from." These small shifts in language and thought create powerful changes over time. Speak kindly to yourself as you do this. Changing lifelong beliefs is a process, but every step you take brings you closer to freedom. Affirm to yourself, "I now choose thoughts that nourish and support my financial growth." The more you practice this, the more you will feel a lightness in your mind and heart. You'll begin to notice opportunities where before you saw obstacles. Remember, you are the author of your story now. The past does not define your future. With love, patience, and new beliefs, you can create a life filled with ease, prosperity, and endless possibilities. Every thought you think is shaping your life in ways you may not even notice. The patterns you hold in your mind become the experiences you live each day. When it comes to money, many of us are unknowingly repeating thoughts of fear, lack, and limitation. We tell ourselves things like, "I'll never have enough," or "I'm not good with money." These thoughts feel so familiar that we don't question them. But today, I want to invite you to see that you have a choice. You can choose new thoughts, thoughts that open the door to abundance instead of closing it. This is not about pretending or ignoring reality. It's about understanding that your reality begins with your mindset. When you shift your thoughts, you begin to shift what shows up in your life. It starts with awareness. Simply notice when those old, limiting thoughts appear. There's no need to get upset or frustrated with yourself. Just observe them, like watching a cloud pass by in the sky. Then gently guide your mind toward a new, supportive thought. If you catch yourself thinking, "I can't afford this," you can pause and say, "I am learning to welcome abundance." If you hear your inner voice say, "Money is hard to come by," respond with, "Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways." One of the most powerful tools you can use is mirror work. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes, and speak words of abundance and love. At first, it may feel strange or uncomfortable, but with time, it becomes a beautiful practice of self-support. Say to your reflection, "I now choose thoughts that nourish and support my financial growth." Feel the truth of those words sinking in. The mirror reflects not just your face, but your willingness to believe in yourself. Each time you do this, you are planting new seeds, seeds of prosperity, confidence, and trust. These seeds will grow, just as the old ones did, but this time they will lead you toward a life filled with ease and abundance. Be patient and kind with yourself as you shift these patterns. Change doesn't happen overnight, but every positive thought is a step in the right direction. You have the power to choose again and again, creating a mental environment where wealth feels natural and welcome. Remember, your mind is a garden. Tend to it with love and watch how beautifully it begins to bloom. Many people carry a hidden sense of guilt or shame when it comes to money. They think about past decisions, debts, or missed opportunities, and they judge themselves harshly. But holding on to these feelings only creates more blocks to abundance. It's impossible to invite prosperity into your life if you are constantly criticizing yourself or feeling unworthy. I want you to know that whatever has happened in the past, it's time to let it go. You did the best you could with the knowledge and resources you had at the time. Now you are learning a new way, a gentler, more loving way to relate to money. Think of money not as a burden, but as a relationship. Just like any relationship, it thrives on kindness, trust, and forgiveness. If you've been angry at money or fearful of it, imagine what would happen if you spoke to a friend that way. The friend would likely stay away. But when you begin to treat money with appreciation and understanding, it will feel welcome in your life once again. Take a moment now to forgive yourself. Place your hand over your heart and say, "I forgive myself for past financial decisions. I trust myself to thrive." Feel the weight lifting as you speak these words. There is no need to dwell on what could have been. The only moment that matters is now, and right now, you have the power to create a fresh start. Begin to see money as a supportive energy that wants to help you live a joyful and fulfilling life. When you receive money, no matter how small the amount, say thank you. When you spend money, bless it as it goes out, knowing it will return to you multiplied. This simple practice of gratitude and trust transforms your relationship with money from one of fear to one of friendship. The more you treat money with love and respect, the more it will show up for you. Release any old stories of lack, regret, or unworthiness. You are deserving of wealth simply because you exist. There is nothing you need to prove. Abundance is your natural state, and as you heal your feelings toward money, you will begin to see evidence of that truth all around you. Trust yourself, be gentle with your past, and open your heart to the prosperity that is ready to flow into your life. Our thoughts and emotions are deeply connected to our physical well-being. When we carry financial stress, it doesn't just stay in our minds, it shows up in our bodies too. You might notice tension in your shoulders, a tightness in your chest, headaches, or trouble sleeping. These are signs that your body is responding to the fear and worry you're holding inside. It's important to understand that you can't think clearly or attract abundance when you're in a state of physical and emotional tension. Your body needs to feel safe in order for your mind to open up to new possibilities. One of the simplest and most powerful ways to create that sense of safety is through your breath. Right now, I invite you to take a slow, deep breath. Place your hand gently on your heart and feel the rise and fall of your chest. With each breath, remind yourself that in this moment, you are safe. Say softly, "I am safe. Abundance is my birthright." Allow these words to calm your nervous system. When you are relaxed, your mind becomes more receptive to positive thoughts and affirmations. You begin to shift from a state of survival to a state of openness and trust. This is where true manifestation begins, not from force or desperation, but from a peaceful knowing that life supports you. Make it a daily practice to check in with your body. Notice where you are holding tension and use your breath to release it. When you catch yourself worrying about money, pause and breathe deeply. Repeat your affirmations from a place of calm, not fear. This creates a powerful alignment between your mind and body. The more you practice this, the more you will feel a sense of ease, even when external circumstances haven't changed yet. That inner peace is a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Remember, abundance doesn't come to a mind filled with panic. It comes to a mind and body that are open, trusting, and aligned. Treat yourself with care, soothe your fears with loving words, and create a space within you where prosperity feels at home. Each breath you take is a reminder that you are connected to the flow of life, and that flow is always leading you toward greater well-being, both financially and emotionally. Trust in this connection and let your body and mind work together to welcome the abundance that is already yours. Each day is a fresh opportunity to invite abundance into your life. The way you begin your morning, the thoughts you choose, and the small actions you take all play a role in shaping your financial reality. Creating simple daily rituals can help you stay connected to the energy of prosperity. These don't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Even a few minutes of focused intention can open doors you never imagined. When you wake up, before reaching for your phone or thinking about your to-do list, take a quiet moment with yourself. Look into the mirror and smile gently. Speak words of love and abundance to your reflection. Say, "I wake up each day expecting financial miracles." Feel the truth of those words, even if your outer world hasn't caught up yet. This simple practice sets the tone for your day. It tells your mind that you are choosing to align with wealth and positivity. Another beautiful ritual is to keep a small notebook by your bed or in a place you see often. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, specifically related to abundance. It could be something as simple as a delicious meal, a kind gesture, or a small amount of money you received. Gratitude multiplies what you focus on. The more you notice the abundance already present in your life, the more you will attract. Visualization is another powerful tool. Take a few moments to close your eyes and imagine yourself living a life of financial freedom. Picture yourself feeling relaxed, joyful, and supported. See yourself paying bills with ease, enjoying the things you love, and generously sharing with others. The key is to feel these emotions now, as if they are already true. Your mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It responds to the feelings you create. By practicing these rituals daily, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind to expect abundance rather than fear lack. Consistency is important. Even on days when it feels like nothing is changing, trust that these small practices are creating powerful shifts beneath the surface. You are building a foundation of positive energy that will support your financial growth. Remember, it's not about doing these rituals perfectly. It's about showing up for yourself with love and intention. Each time you affirm your worthiness, express gratitude, or visualize your prosperous life, you are sending a clear message to the universe. I am ready to receive. Trust in these simple practices and watch how life begins to respond in wonderful and unexpected ways. Abundance is not just something you think about, it's something you live and embody through your actions. When you align your daily choices with the energy of prosperity, you create a powerful flow that supports your financial growth. Living in alignment means acting from a place of trust, generosity, and joy, rather than fear or scarcity. One way to do this is by being mindful of how you handle money, no matter how much you have right now. Bless every dollar that comes in and goes out. When you pay a bill, instead of feeling resentment or worry, say to yourself, "Thank you for this service. I know more money is on its way to me." This simple shift turns routine transactions into affirmations of abundance. Another way to live in alignment is to practice joyful giving. This doesn't mean giving beyond your means or out of obligation. It means sharing from a place of trust that there is always more where that came from. Even a small act of generosity, a kind word, a helping hand, or a modest donation sends a signal to the universe that you believe in the flow of abundance. You are showing that you trust life to support you, and in return, life will continue to provide. Think of your actions as seeds you are planting. Each positive, aligned choice is like placing a seed in fertile soil. You may not see the results immediately, but with patience and care, those seeds will grow into a beautiful garden of prosperity. This could be as simple as investing in something that uplifts you, learning a new skill, or taking steps toward a dream you've held in your heart. When you act in ways that honor your worth and your vision for a better life, you open the door for abundance to flow in. Remember to celebrate every small win along the way. Each time you receive unexpected income, find a solution to a financial challenge, or feel a sense of peace about money, take a moment to acknowledge it. These moments are signs that you are in alignment with prosperity. By living each day with intention, gratitude, and trust, You create a life where abundance feels natural and constant. You no longer chase wealth. You attract it by being a living example of the energy you wish to receive. True abundance is experienced in the present moment. Often we think we'll feel wealthy, happy, or secure once we reach a certain goal or amount of money. But waiting for external circumstances to change before allowing yourself to feel abundant only keeps you stuck in a cycle of longing. The secret is to anchor yourself in the feeling of prosperity right now, regardless of what your bank account says. When you choose to feel grateful and abundant in this moment, you align yourself with the energy that attracts more of the same. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Notice all the ways you are already supported. You have air to breathe, a mind that can think new thoughts, and a heart capable of feeling joy. These are riches that money cannot buy. When you begin to see the wealth that surrounds you every day, you shift your focus from what's missing to what's present. This shift is powerful because the universe responds to the energy you emit. If you radiate gratitude and contentment, more reasons to feel that way will flow into your life. Throughout your day, find small moments to affirm your abundance. When you enjoy a warm cup of tea, a kind conversation, or a peaceful walk, say to yourself, "I am wealthy now. I am grateful now. I am whole now." These words remind your mind and spirit that abundance is not a destination. It's a state of being. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes to feel prosperous regardless of external conditions. This doesn't mean you stop striving for growth or new goals. It simply means you no longer tie your sense of worth or happiness to future achievements. You begin to understand that abundance starts within, and from that inner richness, outer wealth flows with greater ease. By anchoring yourself in the present moment, you create a stable foundation for lasting prosperity. You are no longer swayed by temporary setbacks or delays, because you know that your true source of abundance is always within you. Trust in this truth, and let every moment be an opportunity to experience the richness of life, right here and now. You have come so far already just by opening your heart and mind to a new way of thinking about abundance. The journey to financial freedom and prosperity begins with small, loving steps. Steps you have already taken by choosing to be here, by listening, and by embracing new thoughts. Remember, you are not defined by your past or by any limitations you once believed in. Each moment is a fresh opportunity to align with the abundant flow of the universe. You are worthy of wealth not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Life desires to support you, to provide for you, and to see you thrive. As you move forward, keep practicing the simple tools we've shared: affirmations, gratitude, mirror work, and mindful actions. These are not just exercises. They are expressions of love toward yourself and invitations for prosperity to enter your life. Trust that every positive thought, every act of gratitude, and every moment of belief is creating a powerful shift in your reality. Even if you don't see immediate changes, know that the universe is always responding to the energy you send out. Be patient, be kind to yourself, and stay open to receiving in ways you may not expect. Your willingness to change your thoughts is the key that unlocks the door to abundance. Say with me now, "I am a magnet for divine wealth. Prosperity is drawn to me. I will never be poor again." Let these words settle into your heart. Repeat them often, not out of desperation, but with calm assurance that they are true. You are walking a path of transformation, and every step you take is leading you toward a life filled with ease, joy, and financial freedom. Trust in the process, believe in your worthiness, and know that abundance is your natural state. Life loves you, supports you, and is always guiding you toward greater good.